Well, you have to gauge it. You have to gauge the situation that you're in to determine when is the right time to be able to express yourself. Because you have to gauge yourself. Because I know that when I'm dealing with clients, they're already coming in hot, okay? Mm-hmm. Defensive. So pretty much anything I say, they'll take it and twist it in the wrong ways. It goes all kind of ways. And so you have to really assess, is this the right time to really discuss something, or maybe let the dust settle? But as to communication, some people just know what they know. All right. And I see it again in everything. When they get in front of the judge, you think you're in front of the judge. There's a certain way you have to be decorum. Right. They act like they're still in the street. Right. And I'm like, when you're in front of the judge, this is the one you want me to beg for this, for that, and the other third. So they go in with their guard up, and they're not gonna let nobody knock them around. And it's like a fight, and they're in fight mode. And so when I see that, I can't reason with you. I can't say anything to you when you're in that mindset. Because let me be real, if I'm in that mindset, you really can't reason with me, because right now I'm caught up in my feelings and my emotions. Right. I'm not thinking logically, analytically. I'm caught up in my feelings. And I believe with women, there's so many other things that's going on under the surface. Like, why are they acting like that? There's a reason why they're acting. They triggered. Something happened, and they think that this is the only way that they can talk to people, because this is all they know. They haven't really been self-aware. Now, if it cools off, maybe you can be able to connect. But some people think attitude is me being a boss chick. Me ain't having an attitude, or you ain't gonna run me. And here's the thing: you don't know who's influencing them. Exactly. You don't know who's in their ear and who they're following. And if they're following all these yahoos on social media and all that, I'm just like I said, I'm keeping 110. They be following these people who don't know anything about them, don't know nothing, don't know they exist, don't even know they breathe in the same air they're breathing. They look up to these individuals and they emulate them. Maybe it was their mother, maybe it was their friend, whoever it might be. They're emulating somebody, because they don't really know who they are. So they're going to get an attitude with you. Like, And you looking at them like, why are you doing that? And they're looking at you like, oh, I'm not the one to be played with. I'm like, no, I'm not the one to be played with either. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm calm, just because I'm cool, right, doesn't mean I can't click. I just choose not to, because I'm a professional. I'm mature. I've learned the skills. I've learned the tools to be able to do things. They don't have that. They have what they have. They're on survival mode. And so I just had to come to the conclusion, you just have to deal with people where they are. You find them where they are. And then if you learn how to deal with them where they are, versus, because they're not going to come up here because they're not there yet. And you got to deal with people with understanding too. So you understand, they're not there yet. And you have to be the one that has to give the grace. Give them grace. Might not want to all the time, because, but you have to give them grace, because maybe by the grace of God, go out. That might have been me on the other end on a given day. But yeah, you have to tell people where you stand, but there's a way you do it, but you have to gauge it.
Wow. How can someone get out of the grind culture? By one, sitting with someone, or sitting with self and asking self, what is really important right now? What is my main thing? Number two, what is my why? And number three, having someone and talking to someone about, am I really doing too much? Do you see me in a whirlspin? Because that's what happens so much. We're in a whirlspin with that grind culture. And again, it's wearing us down. We wonder why we're tired so much. So those are the 3 things that I would suggest. Try to getting out of that grind culture. And the other thing is, you have to be true to self. Sometimes we are not true to self. We think that, oh, nobody can do it but us. But that's not true. There's other means, okay? If I would never forget, my coach, that's the other thing. Get a life coach.
Yes.
I have a coach. I have a spiritual leader. I'm talking to this person on an ongoing basis, okay? To keep me mentally right. And one thing that she said to me, she said, LaVeta, if you don't get that done, is anybody gonna die? And I had to really think about that and say, you know what? You're right. No, it's not. So really being truthful to self, to me, is very important.
Please join us again on our next podcast. To find more information about what we're doing, what we have coming up, please check your YouTube and all social media to listen for our podcast.